Welcome back. This client wanted me to restore this chest. It's actually a chest, y'all. The client said it belonged to her mother, so I wanted to give it a little bit of extra tender loving care. The legs were badly in need of a repair, so I had to take each one of them off and basically had to recreate those little inside brackets because they were done. So here you see me making the templates for the inside brackets. All but one were in good shape. So I cut them all down to size. I drilled 2 holes in them so I can put the screws in them. I also had to stabilize the rails. The brackets, they were pretty much dry rotted. So I'm not sure what they're called, but this time I made them a little bit longer to kind of solidify those rails. So once I got the first one done, well, the first one was kind of challenging, but once I got that first one done, it was smooth sailing from there. So here you see me repairing the lid. I got them glued down and clamped down tight. Whenever I'm using glue, I always let it sit for about an hour. I've been really impressed with the Loctite glue. I'll put the brand and the link in the bio. There were only 2 sections on the lid I really had to repair. So like most of my restores, I have to take off all of the hardware. I then gave it a little quick sand on the bottom just to see how much lacquer I had to take off. I decided to go ahead and use a stripper. Surprisingly, the stripper worked real fast this time and it was coming off as I put it on. So it wasn't a challenge to take off much of that lacquer. So here you just see me scraping it off and look how easily it comes off. You want to firmly scrape, but you don't want to scrape it so that it'll gouge the furniture. If it becomes too hard to scrape, don't hesitate to put more stripper on it. So on the front, basically the top, what you see in the video, I did go ahead and put some more stripper on it. And that second application of stripper really did the trick for me. So I do a little sanding here just to gauge to see if I need to put a little bit more stripper on the sides or anywhere else on the furniture. So much of it was coming off. So I always take my wire brush to go ahead and kind of get in those little smaller crevices and cracks, those little smaller areas that the spatula can't really get. And here, right here, I'm using my mineral spirits to go ahead and just to clean up all that excess lacquer. So make sure I wipe it down real good. I'm just using everyday paper towels. So here you just see me just scraping off all that lacquer on the back side of it, and look how easily it comes off. Continuing to wipe it down with mineral spirits. And now it's time to sand. Look at it. It's pretty much bare from this point on. Now I'm going to put some new holes in for the new hardware. And also I go ahead and fill in the existing holes, the pre-existing holes with some wood filler. So I only need to size one up. Once you feel comfortable with the first one, you can go ahead and do the rest of them. Make sure you're using the right size drill bit. Make sure the hole is okay for your screws that you're going to use. Now it's time to begin priming. I like to start off with a roller first and then go ahead and fill in the little smaller detailed crevices parts with a smaller brush. So next I take some wood filler and I try to fill in all the little small fine gouges that you may see, just kind of any imperfections. You know, you just try your best to get them filled in. You want to try to get them filled in as much as possible. And the paint should take care of the rest. And you'll see that later on in the video. Yeah, I'm very particular about those little small gouges, those little nicks. Let it dry and come back and give it a sand. I use a 100 grit sandpaper to go over those wood filling marks. As you can see, it's quite a bit on here. It's probably not that necessary, but I like to make sure I cover all my bases. So the chest is supposed to complement this dresser. That was the dresser that the client have in their bedroom. And this is the paint I use from Sherwin-Williams. So now you see me spraying it. I always run like a little test spray on some plywood I have in my garage, because I don't want the coat to be too thick because it'll start to drip and that's kind of defeating the purpose. So you always want to have an even coat. You want to keep that setting and keep that distance for your second coat. And this is the final step. These really look like drawers, but they're not. Last step is the hardware. Took some final pictures and got it all wrapped up. Delivery day, or should I say delivery night. I'm about to go drop this little beauty off. I hope the client likes it. I think it came out well. I like how it looks now. So we'll see. All right, you ready to put in the truck, babe? You gonna help me?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it. All right, here she blows. And she's in. All right, babe, I'll see you later.
Be right back.
All right. Bye. Bye, beautiful.